I don't have a fucking intro. I'm not gonna do a fucking intro. I don't have a fucking intro. There's no fucking joke here. I'm really fucking pissed. And I'm gonna say what I have to fucking say, and then everybody can talk. But I'm not introducing anybody. You know, this since fucking yesterday, our dumbass of a stupid ass governor who was fucking voted in by some goddamn miracle, who looks old and decrepit and looks like he's about to keel over, made a stupid ass fucking decision. I'm gonna open up. The whole state can open back up at 100% capacity. All businesses can open back up. You know how many fucking yeehaws I saw on the fucking internet in celebration because of that shit? You know how many fucking small town fucking people that don't have to wear a fucking mask because there's no fucking mandate in their counties for this shit? That we're like, oh my God, yay, we can have the rodeo back. And then there are other dumbasses on the fucking internet that own conventions that are writing the goddamn coattails of this fucking stupid ass decision. Oh, well, you know, the governor said that it's fine, so we're going to go ahead and go with our con and with 20% vaccination in Texas. And where the fuck are you getting your numbers? Where the hell did you get those numbers? 20%? 20 fucking percent? That's probably the country, jackass. I looked up the numbers for Texas, and they are nowhere near 20%. Maybe 20% of your fucking household has been vaccinated. Going back to the fucking governor. Why? And we know why. There's a theory as to why the fuck he's doing this. Because there are two theories. One, it's to get people off of his shit because of what happened with the winter storm. And then the second one is that the economy in Texas is so much in fucking shambles that he's doing it just so we can get a boost. And then, okay, it's like fucking Shrek all over again with that midget ass fucking Lord Farquaad. Oh, some of you may die, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. That cannot describe Texas more like SpongeBob when the shape of fucking Texas is like, what am I? And Patrick, stupid? That is literally our fucking governor. You have lost your fucking mind, Abbott. I know we said we would not. I know we said we would try not to talk about politics, but this isn't just about politics. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking Democrat or independent. It doesn't fucking matter what party you subscribe to. The fact of the matter is that we are still in the middle of a fucking pandemic and people are dying. My father went to a funeral today. His coworker, one of his former coworkers that he worked with for 20 years, his wife died of COVID-19 and her funeral was today. She died of COVID. She died of fucking COVID. They were taking temperatures. They were doing every precaution because people didn't really get close to her for the viewing because they were afraid. This man is the most Texan. He is the definition of cowboy and Texan I have ever seen. My dad went with him up north and they stopped to get food. And he has his fucking belt buckle. Looks like a professional wrestling championship belt. He's got his fucking boots. He's got his cowboy hat. A car literally slowed down and they yelled, yeehaw at him. And he fucking yelled at them, goddamn Yankees. This man is the literal definition of fucking Texas. Conservative. Whatever the fuck you want to say. And he lost his wife to COVID-19. And he is destroyed and devastated. But some of my fucking friends on Facebook want to say shit like, well, people are just going to die all the time. They die every fucking day from different things. So that's not going to... And that's okay? That's okay with you? We have fucking mass shootings, people being choked to death, people being shot in their sleep, people being beaten to death, people dying of the flu, people dying of the cold, people dying because they have infections and cuts, people dying from COVID. And we're supposed to be, that's fine. People die all the time. It's fine for you because it doesn't affect you. And it's all fine. It's all great. No, that's just life. People die until someone close to you dies. And then we say that shit back at you. Oh, well, you know what? People die. People fucking die. That's not right, man. That was my family member. Guess what? That was somebody's mother. That was somebody's father, grandfather, grandmother, daughter, son. Doesn't fucking matter. That was somebody's friend. That was somebody's loved one. And let's Texas as a whole has been making a lot of shitty fucking decisions. And I watched Fox News and they were blaming the reason why so many of us lost power on the fucking wind turbines. Oh, because they froze and they're so inadequate to work. And really? Okay, then explain to me how the fucking North that has much colder weather year round, their shit doesn't freeze and fall apart. Yeah, shut the fuck up. This fucking state puts profit before our fucking lives. And then people in these small towns look at us from the city like, oh, they're just liberal sheep. They don't know better. Like, we're the wolves. You're not a fucking wolf. You're a fucking middle-aged old white man. Just because you drive a pickup truck and own land makes you all of a sudden like superior? No. You could buy a chunk of land out in the middle, bum fucking nowhere for $500,000. In Houston, a fucking cardboard box costs $1,300 a month. And you know what and there's another reason why they said another reason why Abbott was doing the whole, there's so many reasons why. These are theories. They're not really conspiracy theories, but they're theories. They're saying that Abbott is reopening the state to test the waters. All right, we're going to send the first wave. We're going to see how it works out. By the way, the people that are in Anime Matsuri, yes, I did say Anime Matsuri. I don't give a fuck because it's in one of their fucking posts. Well, the governor said, statistics and science. I'm like, first off, bitch, you said 20%. You fucked up already because you didn't even bother to do the research. You listened to some fucking dude who's best friends with the guy who decided the first sign of trouble, I'm going to run to Mexico, the very country we're trying to build a wall around. Oh, shit. When it's getting too cold, cruise on over to Mexico. These people don't fucking believe in science. It's just, liberal hogwash, the Bible says, look, I'm a fucking Christian, but I'm not going to use the Bible as a way to justify my stupid ass decisions. So don't throw that whole Christianity bullshit at me because I'm a Christian. This state is fucked. Let me tell you how fucked we are. During the winter freeze storm in Houston alone, at least 40 people have been confirmed, found dead. And they're even saying that we won't know the final number until months from now. Do you know one of those people that died was an 11-year-old boy? I have it. And anybody that wants the article, I have a link. Family of 11-year-old boy who died in Texas deep freeze files $100 million suit against power companies in the state of Texas. Yep. The mother of the 11-year-old filed a wrongful death lawsuit in Jefferson County District Court, alleging the utility giants put profits over the welfare of people by ignoring previous recommendations to winterize its power grid. They believe he died of hypothermia in a mobile home. You know, 6 of those people that died are confirmed homeless people. Well, they're homeless, so I mean, yeah, it was gonna happen. I mean, yeah, it was bound to happen. Didn't they? They didn't listen. Who the fuck cares? They're human lives. We don't sacrifice lives, but according to some of you, we do if it benefits you. You are fucked. Any one of my friends that supports this shit that's on my friends list that says that Abbott's right, that the lockdown was dumb and misguided and the masks are stupid. You know what? Just get the fuck off my friends list. Get the fuck off my friends list. Seriously. I'm not playing this fucking game anymore. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all's bullshit. I'm tired of how stupid y'all are. Really? And I was going to call out some fucking names, but I'm not going to do it because I don't want y'all suing me for some bullshit. Y'all are, I will say that you're white, so you might sue me just for being a fucking Mexican in the state of Texas. But one of you did say some dumbass shit, and I will read it. And I don't care what the fuck you say. Because you can't sue me for reading your fucking dumbass statement. And look, right, freedom of speech, right? I can say whatever I want, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a dumbass statement. He says this: I was never in favor of any of the lockdowns from the very beginning. They were horribly misguided. They stole away our freedom. And then he puts a period, and then the first word he puts is "and." Learn some goddamn. Never mind. Just, you know what? And they cause more harm than any good. And most certainly a year of such things is far more than it should have ever been. So I don't care if you don't like that the governor finally defended his order. It should have been made in the first place, and it's beyond time for this to have happened. And at the end of the day, it's not the government's place or responsibility to try to tell me how to live mine or anyone else's life. So just that I have been saying all year towards this, nothing changes. The government can go fuck itself for all I care. The less it tries to worry about what I do to interfere in my life, the better. Yeah. So I don't know if you ever heard of a trial called Jacobson versus Massachusetts, where the Supreme Court case of 1905 pretty much says that the court's decision to that the individual liberty is not absolute and is subject to the police power of the state. So after doing some research, they can force you to get vaccinated, and they can force you to wear a fucking mask. So I don't see how it's unconstitutional when literally the Supreme Court voted that it is. And guess what? This is in 1905, so I don't know if they were what fucking political parties they were all affiliated with. But you know what? They're not going to overturn it. People don't research shit. People don't do shit. They think the CDC is full of crap and that Senor Cheeto Puff was the closest thing to predicting. He was like, they treated him like the supreme leader of North Korea. Did you know in North Korea the fucking Kim Jong-un predicts the weather and people believe him? That's how people treated Trump. They even made a gold statue out of him for shits and giggles, and people took it seriously. There is a fucking conspiracy theory that Trump is going to be president by this Saturday because they're going to inaugurate him and then the military is going to arrest Biden. This is your fucking political party, man. I know the Democrats aren't better. I'm not a fucking Democrat, first off. I'm not a fucking Republican. But, Trump's going to be president by Saturday? Yeah, the fuck right. Don't go to Anime Matsu, everyone. They're dumb. They're fucking dumb. And then somebody called them out on their bullshit. Where are you getting your fucking numbers from? 20%? 20 fucking percent. Even if it was 20%, Do you really expect weebs? And we keep saying this. Not all of them, but there are a lot that don't fucking bathe. They don't even wash their hot dogs. They are literally out there throwing simp bucks at the girls they like they're at a strip club. Just to get friend zoned. And worse, some of them get family zoned. I can work with friend zone, but family zone just makes it awkward. Y'all need to stop. Look, I understand. We even talked about possibly going to Comic Palooza. We did. We had that discussion. We weren't going to tell anybody, but we did. We considered it because, by then we might have been vaccinated. But we're not taking the risk. Because how would that make us look? How would that make us feel? Think about the people that went out and partied and got their grandparents sick and killed them. People are dying. And a lot of you are brushing it under the rug. If you are doing that and you're calling yourself a Christian, you need to stop. Don't call yourself any religious group. Look, nothing against people that are Satanists, but we're taught as Christians that they're bad, and even they have more fucking morals based on what I've seen and learned. And a lot of you are judgmental. Oh, there's no such thing as white privilege. You might be right. There might be no such thing as fucking white privilege. But you're entitled and you're privileged. You're entitled and you're a spoiled fucking brat. That's all it is. That's all it is, and that's all you are. I mean, I saw your stupid fucking comments, and you probably don't watch the show. I don't honestly give a fuck anyway, Mr. Jedi, Mr. Dabbing Jedi. That's all I have to fucking say. I don't know.
Woo. Sonic, you want to say something? SJ, what about you?
Oh, bro, where do we even start?
I would say from the beginning, but I'm pretty sure it goes
no, let's not.
with great detail and no one says it like Goku. That's definitely why we love him doing it.
It was fun. Ugh. It's ridiculous. It's like, well, of course we're the last one to technically jump on the bandwagon, and we'll be the first ones to jump right off of it. Of course we are. So par for the course. I was hoping we'd be a little bit smarter, but unfortunately, I don't know why we have the people we have. And I'm not doing the whole numbers thing. I'm not doing the whole research thing. I don't know why we have the people we have if we supposedly agree or don't agree with it. Goes for Matsuri too. It's
because people who don't want to change and they live with their blinders on. It's like, no, I'm perfect. Nothing has gone wrong. My life has only gotten worse since we've done these changes. So everything must be horrible.
I mean,
that's why these people keep getting reelected.
Like, oh my God, I can't go out and have wine, or I can't go to my book club, or I can't get rid of my kids for 3 hours.
I hit the Goku button. They can't go out to their stupid mimosa party at brunch or something. They're going to complain because their life is ruined. Well,
Android 17, if you're watching the podcast, to answer your questions, I just saw you message me. Yeah, I did.
Oh, Jesus.
If we don't remember that
homophobic motherfucker.
The Booty War is on YouTube. Yes, hey man, what's up? Mandolins and all that, they're all here. Yeah, everyone's here.
By the way, hey guys.
But we tried to open back up. Was it 4 months into the stupid lockdown last year?
We did.
Yeah.
And
also, hold on. Before you say anything, I forgot to get one more point across. And yes, this is going to be me ranting more, and I'm sorry, but this is important.
You get one. You get one. One more.
This is actually very.
I'm kidding.
This is important.
Just go.
Yes, the fucking numbers are down. But I want everyone in the podcast. I don't mean to like put you on the spotlight, but can y'all come up with a reason as to why the numbers could be down? You guys are really smart, so y'all might figure it out. Y'all might not. Just
SJ,
I'm kind of putting you in the spot. What's up?
I know. It's because some of us have been fucking listening to the directions because we've been fucking wearing our masks.
Nope. You know why the numbers are down?
Because so many people
the fucking holidays are over.
Oh yeah, that too. We got spring break coming up. Good thing we took away.
And guess what the fuck's gonna happen? Whoop!
All the kids.
Sorry, everybody. I done goofed. I accidentally opened up the state too early. Better open up the fucking hospitals again. You know why the numbers are down? Because everyone is finally over their fucking holiday crud.
Yeah.
Because some people, it takes them a fucking month or two to get over COVID. Some people get over it in 7 days, 14 days, a month, 2 months. Some of them don't get over it.
Yep.
And you bury them.
Like this same thing happened last year.
Right.
It's I don't know the exact timeline, but around the same time, because you had all these spring breakers in Florida and Texas going out and partying, and whoop, those numbers go up. And also the numbers are down. Okay, are they down from the point where they were at this point last year? Or are they just down from where they were 3 months ago?
No, they're down from a month ago.
Right, which means they're still extremely high compared to the rest of the year.
Correct.
You know what the death count is in the United States?
500,000.
527,000.
More
than 500,000 Americans, U.S. citizens, are dead.
Oh shit.
Oh, but flu kills more people every year. No, it doesn't. No, it fucking doesn't.
First of all, it doesn't kill that many people, and perhaps the flu wouldn't kill that many people.
It's not that virulent.
Actually, just to be more specific, is 531,534 deaths.
Oh, it's even more.
By the way, there are 4 strands of COVID-19, and they're all in Houston.
Why am I surprised?
Hotbed.
Look at us.
And perhaps the flu might not kill that many people if people had access to like basic health care. But no, we privatized that too. So not only did we privatize our medical system, but we privatized our electrical grid here, and it's obviously causing issues when you put all the stress on it. So your idea,
right. America, land of the free, and home of we'll leave you dying in the middle of the motherfucking street because you couldn't afford to pay for it.
And people who want to praise the governor and the government at any point for their amazing reaction to this in the last year are wrong, because if they had done what they should have done at the very beginning, was enforce a short-term lockdown and then subsidize the loss of income to these companies with the proper benefits, not wait till October for all these companies to shut down entirely, for people to go homeless, and then it's like, okay, here's $1,200. Oh, here's $600 more. Like that'll be enough, right? No.
By the way, just real quick, we're not sharing any comments in the stream. We normally do, like, we're just going to share one just for an example. Like, this is at the very top. It says restream social comments display here. We're not doing that this stream. We're just trying to protect y'all.
Put it away.
All right. Yeah, sorry.
I'm already seeing on my Facebook thread through a couple, because Madness Comics up here, they already posted that they were going to maintain social distancing, cleansing, mask mandate, making sure that everyone comes in. And I went through the comments of it, just like, oh, let's see how stupid people are. They're like, oh, we're all being very supportive. Then you get to that one comment. It's like, well, I won't be spending my money here anymore. If you guys are going to make me do something I don't want to, I'll go somewhere else. Like, okay, we don't fucking care about you. Right. We want to see all the other comments of the hundreds of people saying, good, I'll drive from Mesquite all the way over here to make sure I spend my money at this business.
Right. And kudos to organizations like ACON, Anime Expo, San Diego Comic Con,
WonderCon.
WonderCon. Pretty much everyone except Matsuri.
And Comic Palooza. So they're still going.
Yeah.
Also,
I doubt they will, though.
currently, as of right now, there are 2 cons going on. Also, one Austin Classic Game Fest that's still going to go on schedule in July, and so will Retropalooza in Pasadena as of right now. So anything
Well,
could
yeah,
happen.
those we're gonna give a pass because they're smaller and their insurance policies are a lot different. Where Matsuri, they're charging you $3 to give you your badge in person.
Yeah.
After you already paid for it.
That's dumb.
They're also not. Most of these other conventions are like, we're going to be safe and updated information as we get it. Monster is like, nah, it's going to be 3 months. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to charge you extra just because of how safe everything's going to be. And you're going to be desperate. It's like, fuck you guys. This is it.
Don't even subsidize the companies, subsidize the employees and the homeless, subsidize society. Voss, it doesn't make sense that throughout all this bullshit, I and a few other folks had to help people move out because we didn't have a memoriam, and the rental assistance program was literally only only no because of the word of mouth, and even then the apartments could turn it down and evict.
Yeah, it's related to those evictions here.
Right.
I agree. Great Riddick. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong.
It's Reich.
Right.
I don't think that's right either, but
it's supposed to be a CH, but it could be spelled differently.
Rick. I'm going to say Great Rick.
let's just call it Rick.
Reek.
GR. I'm going to call him GR.
There you go. Even better.
There should be absolutely zero cons till 70% of the country has the vaccine. At
like
least
that.
I completely agree. Cons have been notorious for being a cesspool of germs and bacteria, and causing con plague is ever so common. It's so easy to catch anything at an anime convention or a Comic-Con even. And it's not even that people practice bad hygiene. It's just the fact that some cosplays have multiple layers of foam and fur or cotton or any type of very thick fabric or material that actually traps your body heat and makes it circle around, amplifying it and making it much worse, causing you to sweat profusely. And a lot of deodorant is not met, especially for women. Like, there's a lot of women deodorant that doesn't withstand it. There's a lot of men's deodorant that doesn't withstand that level of sweat and, you know, all that shit. Especially like you're gonna walk, or like there are lots of people that just go to anime conventions. They don't have money for a room. They don't have enough money to eat, but they have enough money for a badge. They have enough money to spend $300 in the dealer's room, and the whole weekend they'll just walk around smelling like ball sacks and nachos.
It's the worst flavor of Doritos. Ooh, salt vinegar.
And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just getting angrier. Sorry.
Well, that's what today's for. A small
right.
event.
Like, you got to understand it.
And do it now so you don't feel this way on Friday.
Yeah, right.
I feel like this way for a couple months.
If Texas doesn't do anything stupid tomorrow, I'll be surprised.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, no, for real. I feel like we're going to get like, this is even our final form.
The follow-up, all women aren't allowed to vote anymore. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Masks are now illegal.
Oh, wonderful. Great.
You have to have them off so we can identify you at all times. You know what? Fuck Governor Abbott. I'm only going to listen to HEB.
Yeah, that's the real head honcho. And know what they said? We're going to follow the mandate.
And I'm not trying to like throw shade at these companies, but it's so sad when private companies care more about the well-being of this state than the actual people running it, and they're supposed to be looking out for our well-being.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, these people that run the state were voted into their position of power.
There is that idea that this was a way to distract from the whole electrical issue, which might be true in some way, because considering that after everything shut down for the Snowvid 2021, you had a lot of conservatives that are also upset with the Republicans. They're like, because they also got hit. Like that blackout didn't hit just one demographic; it hit a lot of them, and so they're probably losing a lot of coverage. So like, okay, let's do something that's controversial that'll divide them even more and make sure that we get our people back. And like, let's get rid of the masks. They hate those.
And for those of you that are just joining,
hi.
Look,
welcome.
Whether you think it's a big deal or not, oh, people die all the time. Let me put it to you like this: there's an 11-year-old boy who died of hypothermia because of the neglect of the fucking power grid from the state and the electrical company.
Yep, no government regulations. Nothing forcing them to do what they're supposed to. So
We privatized our fucking electrical grid. And by the way, when countries like South Korea have faster internet at much cheaper prices, and they scold us on how to be a proper democracy, you know there's something wrong, right? Because we are the ones who taught them that. Oh, yes. Hello, Diane.
Hey. There you go.
It doesn't matter if the kid was white, black, Latino, Asian. By the way, Asian does include people from the Middle East,
Yes.
or he was from Africa.
Asia's a very large area.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what the color of his skin was. The fact is, this poor child is dead. And I'm supposed to just shove it under the rug. You know, as a parent, fuck you.
As a non-parent, fuck you. Like, as a human being, fuck you. Like, that's just...
I swear to God, if that had been my kid, I would have gone Punisher on Abbott's ass.
Pretty easy to get. He's in a wheelchair.
Damn.
I didn't know he was in a wheelchair until like 3 months ago.
Good. Half the
I don't
job's
think I
already
knew.
done.
I don't think I knew either.
Just because, okay, so I'm supposed,
regardless. Go on.
yes, you're
Get
right.
off.
You're right,
Get
SJ. Regardless, doesn't matter. People are gonna be like, well, you got to show him some sympathy. I ain't got to show him shit. I'm gonna tell him the same thing I told Sean Schemmel. For $30, you'll sign my ass if I want you to.
Mm-hmm.
With all the taxes I pay, if I want you to kiss my ass, Abbott, you'll kiss my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is why it's important to go out there and vote, to vote these type of people out of there.
Yeah, keep this in mind that he will be up for re-election next year. Just remember
2022.
Just remember the last few weeks. Just remember these for when you go out there and vote. Just remember these.
Yeah.
This one is for the lawsuit that they're filing, but it does talk about the story as a whole. This is from ABC News. This
So
is
in
for the 11-year-old
2022, be sure to go out there and vote these people out. Don't forget about these things. That's what they rely on is time.
You need to get rid of Ted Cruz. You need to get rid of his dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just went with my daughters to Mexico because they got there to make sure they got there safe. Bruh.
Why were they going to Mexico?
Why didn't you, if that's the case, I'm not defending your decision, but if that's the case, why didn't you actually go with them into the hotel? Why didn't you? You were already there. You got your hand caught in the fucking cookie jar. You might as well have stayed. I was just there to make sure they got there safe. It's an airport.
And also another thing too is that the New York Times got leaked text messages saying that like his wife sent them. It's like, hey, if you want to go with us, go with us. It's chilling out here. Basically, basically he threw his kids under a bus. Essentially, that's pretty much what he did.
Bro, you missed it.
Yeah, I just don't have
this
another
is
rant like that.
The internet over the last 24 hours personified is what we're going.
No, this is the internet over the last couple of weeks because there are people that are still. People lost their homes. My aunt lost her home.
Mm-hmm.
Their roof collapsed.
Yeah.
I'm actually considering signing up to as an election registrant.
Good for you, Diana.
I haven't.
That's good.
Good for you. Proud of you.
One of those people that.
How much does it cost to get on the ballot to run for an elected office? I know for president's like 10,000.
Oh, I was gonna say, does it?
Yes, it does cost.
Okay.
I mean, it shouldn't cost, but it costs.
I mean,
the fact that there's a
run?
money.
Goku, are you gonna run?
I would actually like to run for president.
Do it.
No one over the age of 70 can be in office. If you're in office and you have like a couple years left and you happen to turn 70, that's fine. Whatever, finish your term. But if you're past the age of 70, you can't run. You can't work. No.
Isn't
no.
the retirement
in the
age
political
65?
office. No.
Like you,
half of
Yeah.
the senators in the House of Representatives, some of them are in their 80s.
I know, but like
Yeah.
the year that you're allowed to collect Social Security retirement age is 65, right?
Oh.
Yes. It
So-
depends because I think it went up.
I think
Yeah,
it's 70
whatever it is, no one should be allowed to be in office that
No.
age or over.
No. Anyone that was alive when segregation was still a fucking thing should not be allowed to run a political office.
Well, that does mean that they're over
No
70.
one that grew up in a time frame when they read in a history book. If you grew up in a time in the United States where you open up a history book and it says the civil rights movement, trouble ahead, you should not be in office.
I mean, okay, that.
I was watching this guy and he does that whole change my mind bullshit, the videos.
Mm.
I thought it was just
like-
a meme.
No, it's an actual show, and he argues with people, but they have debates, and the other people take the bait and they start losing their temper and they start screaming, arguing. Both parties make a lot of valid points, but at the end of the day, he said that there is no systematic racism. There might not be a systematic racism, but there is racism that's not in the systematic level. The individuals who run said positions and offices themselves can be racist. So the system, the government and everything might not be racist on paper, but it can be racist behind the curtain.
But there is stuff that's racist on paper.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we're getting off on tangents and stuff. And the whole point is like we can split hairs as to why politicians are overall blanket statement, mostly the root of all evil. They're starting to
only give a shit about themselves.
They're starting to get a little bit better, and they're only starting to. And you can agree or disagree with that statement. I'm not going to name specific names. I'm not going to get into that whole like can of worms or anything. Some changes starting to come, whether that be good or bad, we'll see how it works. But the bottom line is because we are so divided, even at the political level, it's like this is the part where y'all are supposed to actually negotiate and work terms out. And instead, they're just following the mob bases on all sides. Oh, well, if you're on this side, then I can't work with you. And if you're on this side, I can't work with you. It's like the Senate and the House and everything, they shouldn't be doing that. They should be able to actually look each other in the eye and say, okay, we got to work out for this and we got to work this out for this. It's ridiculous that literally everything is turning into basically a schoolyard brawl and all of the teachers are absent.
I hate all politicians.
Good call. You should never love or like any politician because they are professional liars. They give promises they can't keep. Even you can like Sanders, and he's had some, and some of his ideas are kind of out there.
I just like him for his name.
But
reminds me of chicken.
He's one of my top 5 Sanderses. Barry Sanders, Thomas Sanders, Bernie Sanders.
Whenever you say Sanders, you think of chicken. You don't think politician.
Go some
the answer is they were adults. The answer is they were adults back in those days. They didn't have social media and all that bullshit to deal with.
You just imagine.
Well, then they had dueling pistols.
It was a little bit different because they didn't think things would be the way they are now. You got to remember, and even then, you got to really think about it. We're not going to go too much into U.S. history, but the first governing body that we adopted when the founding fathers is not the one we currently hold.
Right.
People don't know this, but George Washington is only the first president for our current government. For the Articles of Confederation, I think it was Madison. I forgot who was the first president. Hey, Google, who was the first president under the Articles of Confederation? Oh, John Hanson.
On November 22nd, 1783, John Hanson, the first president of the Continental Congress under the Articles of Confederation, dies in his home state of Maryland.
I didn't need to know that. I don't care if he died. Of course he's dead.
If he's still alive, we have a problem.
By
One
the
of
way,
those
Fox
Hanson
will say
guys.
some dumbass shit. If
Yes.
we're gonna impeach Senor Cheeto Puff, then why don't we impeach George Washington for owning slaves? Oh yeah,
He's
that
dead.
makes a lot of fucking sense. Let's go impeach because I don't want a zombie president.
Number one.
He's gonna be
Although,
talking about freedom, equality for all, and brain smoothies.
big brain energy. That's what we want.
You got to remember that the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, are much different from the Declaration of Independence. These documents were created to keep evolving. They're like living organisms.
Right.
They keep evolving. They keep changing. Keep adding stuff. They keep taking out stuff.
Mhm.
These things are meant to constantly adapt. So they didn't think of everything back then.
Mhm.
So,
just
Mr. President, what if they have a way of communicating over great distances in a matter of seconds through typing? Got it, you witch.
Curiously,
Tucker.
would you guys want to do like a theory revolutionary reading thing?
What do you mean?
Yeah, you're gonna have to elaborate. I want to get everyone's thoughts on the state going back into 100%. So just to clarify, the mandate is only that you cannot be in. So the requirement, the mandate for the face mask just means that local law enforcement cannot arrest you, fine you, or detain you for not wearing a mask.
I didn't even know they could do that because up here, I see people in the store all the time without wearing a thing, even though if there's a big ass sign in the front door that says, saw my cat in the window, it scared me. It says, this store requires you to wear a mask. And there's people walking around without fucking masks. And I'm like, what
That's
the
because
hell?
there's no way of enforcing. In order to enforce it in the store, you've got to
There
get
is a
some
way.
kid.
No,
some
there
kid
is
who gets paid
absolutely a way
$7.50.
to enforce in the store. It's just like in restaurants. No shirt, no shoes, no mask, no service. That is allowed because stores and restaurants are private areas. Even if
Yeah.
it's a Kroger, even if it's a Walmart, Target, all of the big ones, even if it's a smaller one, it's a private business that you are allowed to come in and out of. So again,
Right. It's you're absolutely right. Businesses, private businesses that are not controlled or operated by the government have the right to refuse service to anyone of their choosing, regardless of
Right.
the color of their skin or the creed of the religion. It's like the bakery that refused to make the cake for the gay couple's wedding.
mhm.
It is well within, and I know a lot of people are going to get mad, but it was well within their rights to refuse to make that cake. But it's also well within your rights to not go there.
Right.
I understand that that's their right. My point is the only way to enforce, if you have people walk around the store, you want to enforce it, you got to get some little 16-year-old kid getting paid $7.50 an hour to go there
There's-
and ask this 300+ pound man to put his
Yeah.
mask on, and that guy could just deck the shit out of this little teenage kid. They don't get paid enough. Customer service is awful. You don't want to deal with these people.
Mhm,
If
mhm.
you're going to get these kids to come to this, you have to hire out like a security or call police for every time someone does this. And
Mhm.
stores, like, we'll put the signs up. We want them to do this. But once they get in there and moving around, it's like, I'm not going to have one person per each customer follow them around and make them do it. Because it's too much to ask for these kids. They're kids. They're not going to, they don't want to do this. They don't really want to be there in the first place, but they have to.
Geeks Five Ever's policy on the face mask is that any of our events, panels, anything that we host, if we do host it, as of right now, we are not hosting anything in 2021. But our policy on the mask is you will get my foot in your ass if you don't put on your fucking mask.
Line up.
And I'm dead serious. I'm not even kidding anymore. And you think I'm afraid of jail? They know me by name.
Hey.
This guy right here.
No, I'm serious. I get one more punch on my card and I get a free fucking frozen yogurt.
There you go.
You know what? The mat, and they're like, oh, the mask doesn't work. You have to have it fitted. Like, they talk about the masks that actually keep out particles and chemicals, smells, and all. Those masks that are actually fitted to people's faces. I forgot what they're called. I know what they're talking about, though. No,
N95.
Yes, yes, but like they're actually fitted to you where they're sealed, they're airtight.
Yeah, it's an N95.
Right. But there's the ones that the ones you just kind of put on, and the ones you actually have, like they
Mhm.
custom make them or something like that. I think.
Yeah,
Just wear a respirator.
Right.
there's that
So
too.
I hate people that bring up that argument. Okay, dumbass, look. When you go to a hospital and you're getting surgery, you don't see the doctor with an N95. Just see him with a regular medical face mask. You know why he wears that face mask? So he doesn't accidentally sneeze into your fucking insides.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't actually get his germs into your insides and give you a goddamn infection. The mask is to prevent those that are sick from spreading their germs, or to at least slow it down. It doesn't actually prevent you from catching the virus.
It prevents you from spreading out your stuff whenever you're asymptomatic.
It stops
around-
you from spreading out your damn herpes.
Then the idea, like, if you think masks work, then you wear your mask and you feel safe. Like, but I don't want to be anywhere near you because you're not wearing a mask. Like, well, then how come your mask doesn't work? Because that's not how a mask works, you fucking idiot. It's a one-way street. If we're both wearing it, we're good. If only I'm wearing it, you're fucked. Or I'm fucked because you're spitting on me. It's like pissing your pants. If neither one of you wearing pants and you piss, you both get wet. One person's wearing them, only one person, well, they're both still getting wet. They got
Look,
pee on them.
I get it. People miss their events. They miss conventions. They miss the rodeo. I miss Mardi Gras.
I miss
Mardi
being
Gras
around
for one-
people.
I want a hug.
I miss the homies.
Same.
I miss going out. I miss going out to bars and clubs and just bullshitting around, as going in cosplay to get attention.
Yeah.
I miss all that. I'm pretty sure we all miss it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, for like a lot of people, it affects their mental health, and we understand that and all that. And it's like y'all said, we miss doing all the stuff we used to do. We miss going to see a movie like with a full crowd. We miss going to like the mall without having to fear a virus. We miss eating out crowded restaurants. You know what I mean? That's the stuff we do miss.
Somebody says I miss restaurant food. Okay, yeah,
I still order that shit.
Yeah,
it's about revolutionaries like Angela Davis, Huey Newton, etc. How they fought against this dystopia, even third parties and stuff. Actually, sounds interesting. My workplace has it super enforced on the face mask. And it's not the only policy we enforce. We also enforcing the no photos, no videos, and no large bags, no shopping bags. Are you working like a dollar store?
No, I know where she works
Topic.
at, so I know exactly where she works at.
Damn.
I know exactly what you thought.
Call those the Goku rule.
I know. I'm not gonna go to that store. I took out all the fun.
They
You-
on hard mode.
Have to, and I understand. Look, I get it. There are people. I see it. People want the rodeo. They miss the rodeo. Honestly, I've never been to the damn rodeo. I don't give a shit about the rodeo. I don't even. I was born in Texas, but I don't really give a shit about cowboy stuff. I really don't. I don't wear the fucking I'll wear combat boots, but I won't wear cowboy boots. I'll wear a baseball cap backwards, but I won't wear a cowboy hat.
Because you're cool. That's how you talk to teens.
I don't know. I wear baggy clothes. Like, I'm from the generation that wore baggy clothes, not tight ass pants. It's just, I get it. We all miss it, but have it open up the state and then you hoping that we're gonna have the rodeo magically. It's just selfish.
And logistically, it makes no sense. They've already canceled it. And how hard it is to get that stuff back up? It doesn't work.
Right. Yeah.
Plans
right.
are immediate. Once you do something like that, you immediately plan for the future. You throw your plans currently out. You're like, okay, what's our next step?
Mhm.
Logistics for that type of thing are crazy. Especially if you do that to like a hotel for like a convention. They're going like, okay, all these rooms are now open. We now have to fill these up with someone else. And those are not going to give you back your rate or whatever that's done.
Besides, I don't need that shit anyway.
I kind of want to go to a hotel, like not a convention. I like hotels. We'll go like the 30th floor, just have a nice room. But there's no one else there. And
But
walk around in the
it
empty
is-
areas.
It is one of those. It's a situation to where
Okay, I'm back.
it's just not. It's not the right time. Yes, according to Anime Matsuri, because the owner's a scientist all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Fucking Dr.
20%
Hugo Strange.
bullshit. Let's see.
I'll get it. I know what you're looking for.
I actually got it up already.
Oh, I'll look at something else then.
So, as of right now, doses given in the state of Texas is 6.19 million. Fully vaccinated is 2.18 million.
That's me.
That is 7.53 of the fully vaccinated population.
Well, it's
7%.
7.5%. Jeez.
7.5%. You know who's doing better than us? California. You know who
Of
else is
course.
doing better than us? Florida. You know who else is doing better than us? New York.
Really?
You know who's not doing better than us? Illinois.
Wow.
That's the silver lining.
7.6.
Christ,
Let's
we
round
are
that up.
we are literally second to dead last when it comes to vaccinations.
Mm-mm.
Is this like golf, where if you
Even
have a lower number,
Arizona.
better?
Even Arizona and Arkansas and these are backwater states where the people marry their cousins.
Wait, Illinois?
Well, that's where Chicago
No,
is.
I'm talking about Arizona and Arkansas and Massachusetts. Even they're doing better than us.
What?
Oh wait, no, we're doing better. Oh no, we're doing better than Georgia. There's a silver lining.
Yay.
And Pennsylvania.
But Georgia was doing so good.
And we're doing better than 3 states. Oh, somebody get us a participation trophy.
That
Oh,
means we're
Tennessee.
top
Well,
5.
that makes sense though. Tennessee, I don't even know if they have internet.
They don't know there's a pandemic going on.
Yeah, Arizona's doing better than us. So, Mr. Owner of Anime Matsuri, if you ever see this, I would like to have you come on the show and explain to me where you got your numbers, because 20% doesn't make any goddamn sense. Where did you get those numbers? Do you mean 20 million? Because it's 26.2 million in the United States that have been fully vaccinated. That's 7.97% of the population of the entire country that's been fully vaccinated. Even the country's not at 20%.
Hmm.
And that's at
Man.
1.73 million doses added per day.
And also another
Goes to
thing,
show you. No, go ahead, Sonic. Go ahead.
I was gonna say also another thing too is that not everybody is even those who want the vaccine, most of them can't get it at the moment because there's some circumstances. Recently, a lot of teachers are told they can get the vaccine. It's also because we're in those phases per se.
Mhm.
I'll give you an
Yeah.
example. I'm sure my father's okay with me saying this. My father, he's waiting for the time he would get the vaccine is when his doctor would call him saying, "Hey, you can get the vaccine." And it's been a few. He haven't got that call yet, and he's among those people that are in somewhat of a high risk per se.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Not everybody can get it now. If anything, we probably would get it, if any, and all that. I'm trying to reword it and all that stuff. But like I said, not everybody can get it now. Most of them can't get it, even if they want to get it.
Right.
Oh, and I'm glad you brought that up, Sonic, because that's another thing that's wrong with this fucking country. There was a doctor that got caught stealing the fucking vaccine and giving it to his friends.
Yeah, but let me play devil's advocate for him there. To be fair, in his defense, he did say that though they were just left over, and if they weren't being used, they were going to pretty much gone to waste. So to be fair for him, he was saying, "Oh, I was giving it to them because I didn't want them to go to waste because these things are really critical right now." But at the same time, what he did is ready.
Diana, we need your permission. No, you know what? We'll just say we're not gonna show it. So it was just announced by Judge Hidalgo that teachers are now eligible for the vaccine.
As mentioned earlier.
Barely.
But again, you gotta coordinate when everyone can go get their shots, and then depending on which type of vaccine they're getting, if they have to come back and do a second one.
Yeah,
I
the
had to
first
do
people that were
2 dose one.
vaccinated were politicians.
They're all high risk because they're like a million years old, Goku.
That's not a fucking excuse.
I know, but that's how they got it. Well, they're rich,
If I was
white,
in
and
office,
really
you know
old.
what I would do? For
Yeah.
every day it takes them to come up with a stimulus package or pass some kind of bill that would help the nation, they're gonna
Shoot
lose
a politician.
They're gonna lose $100 off of their pay
I just
for
shoot him.
every day.
Not
like
lethally,
that.
like in the
If
leg.
that had been the case, we would have gotten our 6th stimulus check by now.
Yeah.
We'd be rolling in stimulus.
Instead of waiting 6 months for a $600 fucking stimulus check, which isn't even a fucking down payment for an apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, we're going to help everybody in the country. We're going to give you $600. That should help everybody. Yeah, no, dumbass. There's somebody that's $7,000 in debt.
Mhm.
I don't know how they're distributing out these things. It's probably based off of population density and the average
If you're white,
age of the
you get it.
and being white. That helps. Yay.
No, I'm dead serious. Like the fucking mayor of New York is suing one of the I forgot which one. It was like some governor or some bullshit
Mhm.
because there were more people of Caucasian descent receiving the vaccination than anyone else is of color.
Yeah, I think I heard that story also in Florida. To the surprise of nobody, Florida, right?
Yeah,
I don't know unless they have like an obvious, like a paper trailer saying something that we're going
Well-
to target these individuals. You can't really say it because you also have it's elective to go take the vaccine currently. You're like, okay,
Also-
no,
There-
Joe, you have
Also,
to-
number one.
is evidence. Hold on, just real quick. There's actual evidence that they were the people that were becoming eligible for the vaccination were in much higher income, mostly Caucasian areas and neighborhoods.
Okay, well that's different.
It
But
also
again,
depend on where the
statist-
hospital is at as well. Because if the hospital's
Right.
located at a high income area, you're going to notify your closest ones, which are high income. But there's a lot of things that could be showing that they were doing things incorrectly.
Also,
Perhaps
statistically
notifying
speaking, Caucasian is the majority ethnicity in the United States. Like I know they've been kind of going on about that thing, like, oh, it's going to be 50% it's going to be more than 50% for the minorities. But it's like, yeah, you're lumping all of the minorities. White is still the majority, even when you get to 51% minorities. Like that's not how math works. That's not how numbers work. So devil's advocate, I'm just saying that.
Now, if they had like an email saying, target these people, they have money, something in that sense, and yeah, that's not the evidence you want to
Right.
see.
They use percentages as a scapegoat to get away with giving this group more than the other groups. Because if you really think about it, people are like, well, it's kind of like when they were making that argument about how more white people are thrown in jail than people of color. Like, okay, well, if you have 100 white people and 50 of them go to jail,
That's
but
50%.
if you have
20
50
black
different
people,
people of
13
20
them go
black
to
people
jail.
and like, you know,
Math.
10 of them go to jail, that's still 50-50. I mean,
Right.
50% of a population than 50%. It's because there's more, but they always use that as a scapegoat to like justify
No,
it.
I understand. But like I know.
But the fact of the matter is, with the vaccine, they're treating it just like, okay, look at this. This hospital's rich. They got money. The people got money. It's like Oprah Winfrey and this motherfucker. Vaccines for everyone. Vaccines for everyone. But in the hood, it's like the Hunger Games. They throw
Yeah.
one on the floor and say, may the odds ever be in your favor.
I got stabbed with a needle, but I didn't get the vaccine. What happened?
No, I got
Fucking shit.
addicted to heroin instead.
Fucking Houston. Oh god.
Damn.
I got the vaccine on Saturday. Apparently, my zip code was one of the high risks. Now, that's actually good. Good for you.
That's all I was saying. It's probably
I
based off
had
of income
COVID.
percentage.
I had COVID-19 in December, and I honestly thought I was going to die because it felt like it at some points. And I cannot describe There were some days I just wanted to die. It was just so bad.
It's not
Because
pretty.
people don't-
I mean, it's not
You got to
pretty.
understand that my mom was working from home, so she has to do her schoolwork. She can't take a day off.
Mhm.
At the same time, I have COVID. I can't breathe. Everything smells funny. Everything tastes funny. I can't catch my breath. I don't have any energy whatsoever. I have a headache, and I had to take care of my daughter. And I'm wearing my N95 mask the whole day, and I have it tied to my face to the point where that even made it even worse to breathe.
Mhm.
It was so bad. Like, oh, I was like, God, just take me.
You replied.
Sorry.
That's a PlayStation. That's a PlayStation notification.
Yeah, someone.
God message to PlayStation, not Xbox. Everyone knows.
Said, "What's
No,
Steve
somebody
at Fred-"
started a party.
No,
There
they
you
said they someone wanted to send me a friend request. I'm like, okay.
I've been getting bot friend requests too.
Is this you,
so-
God?
God, is
Yes.
this you? Disguised as
No.
a bot.
It's one of those things to where I don't want to go through that again. I'm not going to go through that again.
Right.
And I'm not going to put any of my. I'm so thankful that none of my grandparents caught it.
It's just amazing, like, when we talk about like breast cancer awareness and all the other stuff, everyone's like, oh, you never want to see like your family go through this. And this, it's like, meh.
Let me
Wait,
sum it up.
what?
Let me sum it up in a comment
Again,
that I read earlier.
do it.
I have to find it real quick because it's this whole day. It's just been I've been bombarded with comments, and here it is. I called this person out, not by name, but I called them out earlier. It says, dude, I put because they were arguing. I'm like, regardless, man, death is not a dick swinging contest. People are dying and no one seems to care. It's all fine until it happens to you. He says this, dude, this is nothing new. People die every day of different things and no one seems to care. No major event will change that mindset. Not a new war, not a pandemic, nothing.
This is a preventable thing if you follow certain instructions. Wars are something you choose to do.
This is a fucking school teacher.
Oh, good. That's horrifying.
Well, unfortunately, everyone's entitled to their opinions, and they're not
You're
always the
wrong,
right
that's my
ones.
opinion.
Bullshit. They're not that kind of opinion.
Well,
Because I'm gonna throw that shit. I'm gonna screenshot
No,
that
I
shit and
agree.
throw it right in his. When one of his family members, no, I'm not gonna do that because that'd
be
be
the bigger
fucking wrong.
person.
Make a fake account, then be the
Yeah,
smaller
that's what I'm gonna
person.
fucking do.
Ghost you, bitch.
Josh Vegeta. That's a good name. I'll grow a mustache.
Oh.
Then shave it off.
I was like, did you just call him out? Oh, okay, that's your fake account. Got it.
This kind of
Shit.
this kind of person would give their name the name of
Just in
Dragon Ball
case, I
character.
got just come with a backup one. There you go, Jeff Jiren. There you go.
Yeah,
Jeff
A whole troll group.
King Puerto Rico. Yeah, I'll go with that.
That's accurate.
the Prince Puerto Rico.
Anyway,
With that being said, we've gone over our time by 7 minutes.
That's tradition.
If you want to get any last minute comments in, go ahead. Other than that, is there anything you want to say? This is not our normal podcast, so we're just going to go ahead and end it abruptly once we're done. We're not going to advertise anything. I actually had a couple announcements for today, but we have a guest on Friday. We'll announce it on the page. We're not going to talk about it today, even though we're supposed to. But no, it's not the
we're
right.
coming down from a thing.
Hashtag
so-
wear a mask.
Period. The end.
You put periods in hashtags.
It's like that
Yes.
Dr. Seuss book. Wear your fucking mask or get my foot in your ass.
Sure.
Break your fucking knees.
No, that's Lorax.
Oh, good.
I am
Laura,
the
Good
Lorax.
night,
I speak
everybody.
to the trees.
wear your mask
Literally
or I'll
again,
break
and
your
I'll break your
fucking
knees.
knees.
Yes. Anything Sonic you want to add to it? Why are you posing?
Okay, well, I just want to say a little something though.
Oh, okay.
once this whole mask mandate and all that stuff goes next week and all that stuff, even if it doesn't matter your stance on it, there will be people who will still be wearing masks. If you're not going to wear it, don't harass them. Just leave them alone. Just understand that, if they want to wear a mask, they can wear a mask. If you want to talk about rights and all that, I'm not going to wear a right because it's my right. Well, they have a right to wear a mask too. So just let you know that. And also, if some businesses who say, well, it's against my right, you have no right to enforce masks, they're not allowed to. I'm like, yes, they do have a right to do that. There's a lot of stores that will not give a fuck about the law. They will still enforce masks. So just because there's a mandate next week, you don't have to anymore. You keep one of these with you just in case, because there'll be some businesses that will not let you in. So just letting you know, and don't harass people, don't provoke people, because most people don't understand that you could, worst case scenario, you could be arrested for trespassing because some places are private property. And if you refuse to leave, so just letting you know, saving y'all legal problems, saving you all that BS. So, just understand that some people want to wear masks. Just because you don't want to wear a mask, you shouldn't harass others who do still want to keep wearing a mask.
Yep.
Right. I'm glad you said that, because businesses are not public places. The only way it's a public place if it's actually owned by the local government, like a park or a museum.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, if you want to go to a federal building, you still have to wear a mask regardless.
Yeah. If you are wearing a mask and someone comes up to you and starts harassing you about not wearing a mask, about you not having to wear a mask anymore, and they won't leave you alone, and they come too close, can you beat the shit out of them because you're trying to defend your life because you
fucking tase them?
It's he didn't wear a mask. I was worried about my life. That's how I beat the fuck out of him.
Look, homeboy, you got get either 6 feet away from me, or I'm gonna light you up like a Christmas tree.
I got a good reach. It's about 6 feet. You better stay behind it.
Awesome.
I will tase you and watch you drool on the ground as I eat my chips.
Standing drop kick him in the face.
Some sun chips.
All right, that's it for tonight, guys. We'll see you Friday, 7:00.
Bye, Felicia.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks for listening to all this. Thank you, guys.